Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Syke here, and today we're going to be covering 5 things in this game that you probably didn't know. This game is a pretty non-intuitive one. There's a lot of weird stuff in the game that is like, hey, I didn't know that, or wow, that's really cool, or that makes absolutely no sense.
I beg your pardon?
So today, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 things in this game that I've come across that has made me go like, seriously? This is a real thing? And I want to show you guys those things so that you can become a better survivor or a better hunter player if you are playing on the hunter side, since all these things can benefit all players. The first one I want to talk about is lockers. I know everyone hates lockers. No one likes to use them because you can literally hear the survivor breathing inside of them. There's nothing good about lockers. Except there actually is. There are a couple situations where lockers are actually good. The main thing is lockers can be used to help counter specific hunters. Specifically, it can help counter Mad Eyes, meaning that he cannot hit survivors hiding in lockers, which is a pretty useful ability. In fact, even when you're in the animation, you still can't get hit, which is pretty ludicrous. So you're pretty much invincible to it as long as you start the animation. Just make sure that he's not close by because you will get stuck in the fences. Thankfully, Mad Eyes has no good mobility options, so you should be fine there as long as he's not anywhere near close to you. The other ability is Sculptor's Chisel ability. It actually can't injure you, and in fact, I've tested this, it can't find survivors hiding in lockers, which is really cool. For those that don't know, if the sculptor has full presence, it will literally point her to the direction of the survivor if they're within 32 meters of that statue. But if you're in a locker, even if you're hiding in a locker, even if you're just in an animation of getting in the locker, it will not show the sculptor where you are, which is great on its own, but also, more importantly, you won't get damaged. So if you're at a cipher, like on Ever Sleeping, there was that middle cipher, you could just hop in the locker right next to you. Just be careful because you can still get pushed around by statues and it will still injure you, so keep that in mind. And a lot of people know this, but in case you still don't know this, hiding in a locker removes Hermit's connection. Maybe you are in a situation where you don't want to share damage because you need to prime the last cipher machine so you cannot afford to take damage. And maybe the Hermit removed the connection so you can't even remove your connections, or maybe you're on a cooldown. Either way, you can hop in a locker and remove your polarity in case you're in a situation where you need to save your health. And finally, this is the biggest one, hiding in a locker prevents Shadow from leeching with her ghost. For those that don't know how this works yet, the ghost is an entity that you cannot see as a survivor, but it is the one responsible for leeching onto you. The thing is, if you're in a locker, it cannot leech onto you. Just remember that if you're in the animation of getting in a locker, it can still leech onto you. You have to literally be inside of the locker, so make sure you get that right. Just hop in a locker as soon as you get that notification. I didn't know this makes no sense to me, but did you guys know that getting hit while searching in a chest doesn't count as a terror shock? That's pretty weird, right? It's literally interacting with something, right? But did you guys know that closing or opening it does count as a terror shock? It makes absolutely no sense. So the next time you're in a situation where you're getting surprise attacked by the hunter, think twice. Don't close that chest. Just go through it if you know you're going to get hit. Maybe you'll get the item in time, maybe you won't. But either way, know this, you're not going to get terror shock as long as you don't close that chest. So just keep going with it. Here's a really interesting one as well. This one has to do with Soul Weaver. Did you guys know that Soul Weaver's web spit isn't just limited to going in a straight line forward? It can also go up and down, and it can still hit survivors, which is absolutely insane. The way this works is if you want to do this yourself, you can aim up if you want to, or you can aim down if you want to. But I found out that it's actually not necessary at all. All you have to do is have the aim marker, the cursor, the crosshair, whatever you want to call it, in line with the survivor, whether they're up above you or below you, and just press the shoot button. No matter where you're facing on the screen, the spider web will shoot. So obviously you want to see where it's shooting, but as long as you aim the crosshair below or above the survivor, or literally at them, just wherever they are, the crosshair will not change its position, but know this, the web will. So in that case, the web will go down and hit the survivor as long as they don't jump out the way. The survivor can still dodge it, of course, as long as they go left or right, but a lot of people are not going to be expecting this. And so this is a really nice tool in your toolkit as a Soul Weaver. So make sure you learn this and get it right. Here's the 4th thing that you probably didn't know. Did you guys know that there are actually 2 hunters in this game who break Toy Merchant's catapults at a different speed than every other hunter? A long time ago, the devs buffed Toy Merchant's catapults so they take longer to break, about double the length it is to break them. So right now, that's 2.86 seconds. Hell Ember breaks them at 2.86 seconds. Blood Queen breaks them at 2.86 seconds. But for whatever reason, Hula Baloo and Peddler specifically have no reason to do this, but they just break the catapults in like half the time required. They break them in 1.65 seconds, which is about half. That's significantly faster. I thought they nerfed catapults when I was playing Peddler, but no, this is just for whatever reason, Peddler and Hula Blue break catapults faster. No other hunter breaks them faster. Let me know if you guys find anything. But no matter what I tested, even black and white form, which no matter what form you're in, they also break the catapult the same speed. I mean, there's no logic behind this at all. So I'm interested if the devs are ever going to fix this, but we'll see in the future. And here we go. Here is the last one. This has got to be the craziest one. A lot of you guys probably already know that Percy can actually balloon survivors. Now, he can't pick them up, but he can put balloons on them and drop them. If you've never seen this before, here you guys go. This is how you do it. You gotta put the survivor in a locker, and then you gotta pick him out of the locker, and there's gonna be a brief moment where you can see balloons coming out of Percy's pockets, probably because he was originally supposed to have this idea of just putting survivors on chairs like any other hunter, so it's just still in the game files, but he will immediately drop them. But what you guys definitely didn't know, I guarantee none of you guys knew this, is that rescuing from the balloons before he drops frees the survivor and doesn't count as a knockdown, which is absolutely crazy. The way Percy works is every single time he drops that survivor out of that locker, that counts as a knockdown. And every single time that knocks down the survivor, they gain 25% bleeding increase, so you can see that meter going up in the top right. But if I save this person right over here, if I save this person from the locker, you will see that I save them one time, and then I will save them again. And then the third time I knock them down, it looks like I've only knocked them down 0 times. It looks like this is the first time I've knocked them down, which is crazy. It means that you could literally have survivors with your harassers go into a locker, and that Percy, there's nothing Percy can do about it. The survivor can just break free every single time. The most important thing about doing this, however, is if you do try to go for this, make sure you hit the hunter off balance before they start dropping the survivor. Once they start dropping the survivor, if you hit them after that, it's going to be too late. So make sure you hit the survivor before they start the drop animation. But regardless, guys, those have been 5 things you probably didn't know about the characters in Identity 5. Weird inconsistencies like these that are a lot of fun to find out. And even the most strangest things like chests and lockers have these weird things, game mechanics about them. If you have any more ideas that I should go over, let me know about them down in the comment section below. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure to check out my streams every Monday and Thursday. That's when I stream. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you later. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace out.